Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How we doing today? What's happening? Tuesday, the 4th, 4 or 5, November 4th, day 313 in a row. 313 days. Damn. Some better than others, some forgetful, some memorable. Good morning, Josh Baker. How are you, buddy? Alex Redmond coming in at a 9. 313 days in a row. Wow. Good morning, Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Dave Davis from Denver. Day 1 of the challenge done. Good for you. For those of you that don't know, Steve challenged everybody on our daily sales accelerator call yesterday to commit to one thing and complete it for the next 7 days in a row and post it in the group and stay accountable. Accountable like Matthew Padron. Yeah. Good work, man. Yeah. Good morning, Dave Howard. Set up with a doctor appointment this morning. It's timely because it's a just annual appointment, but boy, have I got some things for her. What do you think of me now, Doc? So yeah, maybe we'll at least have her listen to the lungs anyway and see what's going on there. So like to have this wrapped up by the time I go to Memphis. Speaking of Memphis, there's Bubba Hogan coming in. Good to see you guys. Roy Dahl, 8.5 with the challenge done. Love it. Good to see you guys staying accountable. Yeah, I think the the premise of the talk yesterday was just being accountable and accountable to yourself, and getting something written down and then posting it, staying accountable to the group. Steve's challenge was take two $1 bills and tape them to the bathroom mirror, and then if you don't hit your goal that day, you have to shred them and put them in a jar. So something about the act of tearing money in half is a way to tie that together. So Bubba says, I'm keeping my $2, so I gotta stay quiet. I think it was your commitment to not pick on Bob for 7 days. I thought you were just joking. Wow, this is gonna be great. Dave says I'm excuse me, at an 8 right now. Victor Anthony is here. Jess Novak is in the building. And has anybody seen Touring Man? No, they haven't. Ah, good to see you guys. Woke up at 4:30. I don't know, couldn't sleep, crashed on the couch after working on the laptop for a little bit and get a little more sleep, only to see a 60 for my sleep score. Good morning, Brandy Kemp. Good to see you here. Welcome in. We talk about all kinds of things, personal and business development. I try not to cough, and we have a few laughs in the chat when everybody's behaving. So, yeah, hope you come back. So today, day 5 of our initiative to talk about 10 days of leveling up your business habits. Okay. So today we want to talk about delegation as leadership, not just backing the dump truck up and dumping off the tasks and saying, have fun, guys. Right. But many of us as business owners and employees and leaders and managers think we have to do it all ourselves. And if you do it all yourself, it's not leadership, guys. It's just control. Okay. So most people, most business owners, people that I've worked with anyway, feel like delegation, they view it as giving up control, particularly in, say, the VA reign where they're looking to outsource some things. But in reality, it's quite the opposite. Okay. True delegation isn't about doing less, it's about leading more. Okay. So now you're leading from the front. When you stop trying to be the hero and stop building heroes around you, your business and your life are going to begin to multiply. You get a little time back. We've been talking a little bit about that, buying back your time, right? And like most lessons in life, I had to learn this one the hard way because that's what I do. But back when I was doing Turner Builders, I had to wear all the hats, right? No matter what it was, dump the dump trailer, or jump in with a crew from time to time, estimate, project manage, go see the jobs on Sunday afternoons or Tuesday evenings, customer service, conflict resolution, deal with the subs, all the stuff, clean up crew, apologize for all the other things that other people didn't do right, whatever it was. What I always told myself was, it'll just be easier if I just do it myself. It'll just be easier if I do it myself, right? And that one sentence right there kept me trapped in that cycle for a long, long time. And it wasn't until I got somebody to do a few things and offloaded some things, even if it was just bookkeeping or whatever, some of the tasks that were just repeatable and could be done by someone else, frankly, for less money. It wasn't until that I trained somebody and trusted and did all that stuff that I realized I didn't need to do everything, but I did need to lead everything. Okay. So I was the leader. It's my business. Got to do it. Right, Tony? Good to see you this morning. When I stopped being the bottleneck, people on the team stepped up. Hey, I'll get that. I'll take care of that. Right. They didn't need the hero doing everything. Right. No, watch me. I'll do it. I'll get this done. They needed a leader that gave them ownership. Right. You're not just offloading a task and saying, see you later. You got to teach, you got to train, you got to trust. Okay. Delegation is a skill, not an event. It's like, well, I delegated today. No, it's a skill, guys. Good morning, Lindy. How are you? Good morning from Jubal and Lindy. All right. Good to see you guys. Had a great call with you guys yesterday. Mike Nunez from Nunez Vineyard Management is anchoring down the left coast for us. Sorry, Mike. We love you. We love you, right? You don't delegate once, guys. You learn how to delegate over time. It's not like, oh, I delegated, I'm done, right? It's something that you kind of continually work on, right? You got to, how do you do it? Well, delegate, right? Define the outcome early. You want to define the outcome early. Like, if you just give somebody something and don't give them a clear path, it's probably a recipe for failure, right? Done looks like this. Good morning, Richard Nordheim. Done looks like this. Setting a simple process or checklist for them to use, right? Given authority with responsibility. Okay, so you don't just give the responsibility, you give them the authority too, right? I used to say to one of my guys, like, listen, I'm fairly confident you're going to make the same decision I would make 99% of the time. And you know that 1%, if you screw it up, I got you back. Yeah. Alex says, I've set up 2 leaders on top of myself, depending on the job and skill set. Working well. Good for you. Joe Fry, good to see you this morning, buddy. Welcome in. Yeah. Cody Fitz, Brandy Kemp says. Giving authority with responsibility. How about following up with accountability, not the micromanagement? Yeah, hey, I noticed what you did over there, and it wasn't this wasn't how I would have done it, right? Nobody wants to hear that. How about just with some accountability? Just circling back. Did you get that handled? Perfect. Leave it at that. It's handled, right? Because the other side of that is you got to take that stuff back on, right? So be careful whether you check in with accountability or whether you're micromanaging. All right, guys? If you skip any of those steps that I just talked about above, delegation just becomes dumping. And that doesn't work. When you dump something off on somebody, it's always coming back, but it's got a little bit of a different look to it. It's got the look of a pissed off customer or an unhappy coworker or whatever, because you dumped and you didn't teach and you didn't trust. Okay. And you didn't give them a checklist. You didn't say, this is what done looks like. Okay. And those of you that are looking to grow your business, you can't scale what you won't release. If you keep it all right here, you're not going as far as you probably could, right? Your business is only going to grow to the level of trust you have in your people. So get good people, right? That hire, slow, fire, fast thing, right? And buy back your time. In the book, Buy Back Your Time, Dan Martell says, if you don't trust your team, you don't have a team. You have assistants. That's it. You got a bunch of assistants. So leaders who scale know this. The goal isn't to find people who can do it like you. Yeah, how you do it does work, but the goal is to find people who can own it like you. I want people to take ownership of that stuff, and that's really where the real power is in delegation. Okay. Here's a framework for delegation. Say four levels. There's the doer. Okay, you do the task yourself. Okay. There's the helper. Someone assists, but you still control it. Okay. Many of us are right in that spot. The manager, you define the outcome, they execute. Okay. And then the owner, they define, execute, and report back results. I like that one. We want to create owners. Okay. Your mission is to move the tasks from that level 1 doer to the level 4 owner over time. And that's how freedom and growth happen together. Okay. So I always say your turn, right? I want to ask you, I always ask you guys questions. What am I currently doing that someone else could do 80% as well? Think about that one today, right? Done is better than perfect. We always say, right? I stole that from somebody, probably Bubba. Done is better than perfect. Another question is what's one task I could delegate this week to buy back time for more leadership and vision? Richard says, letting go is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. Just start. Yeah. And start with something small that, hey, if God forbid somebody screwed it up, you could fix it, right? Don't give them the keys to the building, so to speak. Okay. So what's one thing you could delegate this week and maybe buy back a little time and leadership? So, but time for leadership and vision. Okay. And then finally ask yourself, do I have systems and people in place to trust? Okay. Or am I avoiding the work of training and communication? Okay. Is it just that, well, it'd be too much work to show somebody else how to do this. I think I'll just continue to do it. Right. And you just have more and more tasks all the time. Dave says, wait a minute. I work in a union with this really 5 guys standing around, 2 guys working. So wrong. Yeah. I don't know how you've made a career of that, man. I didn't last long, did I? Yeah, you don't sweep the floor. We got a guy for that. I don't know. Don't get me going on unions. Oh man. Yeah, and then take one simple step today with this stuff, guys. create a let go list. Maybe there's 3 or 4 things that by the end of the month you're going to just let go of. That you don't do that anymore. You will if you have to. Dave, only 5 and 2 working. Sounds like a city job. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Dave. You'd always be the guy working. So, yeah, the need for control kills capacity, guys. It just kills capacity. Okay, the best leadership don't build systems. Okay, they build people who can run them, and that's really, if you can figure out how to do that and move in that direction, you'll have more freedom a lot sooner, more time to spend with family, and realize that you get the things that you started your business that you were chasing, right? The funny thing is, we started business and we're like, I'm gonna work for myself. I'm not punching a time clock, and I'm gonna work when I want and don't work when I don't want. And then you get to work all the time, and you work for all the people that you hire. Danielle, I do all these things. Come on, kid. Well, pick 1 or 2 things. All right. It's early in the month. Pick 1 or 2 things that say, hey, listen, by the end of the month, I want this off my plate. So if you take nothing else from today, just take that little inspiration. Like, okay, we call them inside the Rosenberg group, we call them $10 tasks, right? Unload those $10 tasks. And I think it was another concept in Dan Martell's book is the time audit or time study or whatever. Like if you can, like say Danielle, if you've got figure out what you pay yourself in the course of a year, break it down, right? What is your hourly rate to own the business? Okay. What you get from it. And then take that down, break it down by hour. And if you can pay somebody less to do that, then do it. And that frees you up. Not to mention it creates work for somebody and builds your business, gives you capacity. Okay. So otherwise I would ask you, how long do you think you can do that? Not forever, right? We all have our breaking point, and we all have, times when we just had enough, right? The brakes are gone, no sense steering. I always say that, right? Just letting go of the wheel. So Lindy says lack of systems is a complete issue right now. Never realized how important they were. Yeah, and you guys got some people moving around over there. So Jason Rector coming in at a 9. Yeah, Lindy, now more than ever, more important to have those systems down, right? I say it like this, guys. Like if you have a business and maybe or maybe not, you ever thought about um, selling or exiting, right? And so I always throw this analogy, and Linda, you know where I'm going with this is like, say some person came into town, they said, "Wow, hey Danielle, I really love your business. I'd love to buy it. How much do you need?" And you say, "Well, I'd love to have whatever, however many million for it." Okay, yeah, no problem. They get their checkbook out and they just start writing, and then they stop and they look up at you and they go, "Well, just one thing. I have no idea how to run your business. Can you? I just gonna need. Can you give me the manual with all the systems in it and how to hire and fire and how each job is done and what functions are dependent on others?" Oh, right. I'm gonna need a few years. So take these years, guys, even if you've started and you've gotten down the road a little bit and get that stuff done. Delegate that even. Bring somebody in that's a expert at creating processes and standard operating procedures. A virtual assistant if you need to, okay? And get them doing it. That's right. What is it? I don't know what the saying is. I butcher it every time. 100% done by someone else is better than 80% complete by you. I don't know. I probably butchered that, but hey, don't forget, we're going to Memphis. Going to see Bubba Hogan over to the Mid South Pond Retreat. He still has space available. I'll say that. You can get a day pass. Come on in. We gotta have a shrimp boil, something like that. A shrimp boil, something like that. Yeah, I'll get up with you later. Um, yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Steve's coming over. Jacob Salem's gonna be there. The illustrious Tim Catroni, uh, high profile pond builder in the Massachusetts area, well known, world famous contractor coach, and a good friend will be there. So, multiple other people coming and speaking. I think we got maybe a total of 11 people involved in the presentations and workshops. So, it's going to be great. We will be at Job Tread Connect in January. Steve is speaking there. We're the 14th through the 16th. We're a sponsor this year. That's going to be fun. Bubba says, "Oh, I put that comment up already. I can get a good look at a bone steak by putting my." I gotta start reading those comments first. All right, guys. I'm headed to the doctor here pretty soon. Get checked out. I'm thinking week 10 days of this shit's enough. So it just happens to coincide with my annual physical. So hey doc, I got something for you. How do you like me now? How long you been walking around like this? I don't know. Every time I call you, tell me it's viral. Right? Oh, that's viral. Yeah. Perfect. How long you had it? Oh, about 6 months. Not too bad. Yeah, if it gets any worse, just go down to quick care. Shit. Yeah, Bubby, you lost $2. You got there. This is not how I wanted this to go. Oh man, love you guys. Hey, don't forget, you know how hard this is to do. Your free 7-day 7-day trial of the DSA. I need some water. Inside the Rosenberg Group, we'd love to have you. Yeah, that was worth $2, I bet. Yeah. Woo. Worth the price of admission. Wait, there's no admission. Yes, there is. You have to share the show, just like Andy Frisella says. You got to share the show. Guys, I want to thank you. This is going sideways. Yeah, way to be accountable, Bubba. Don't forget, 2-day takeoff in December. So, guys, more and more people are jumping on here every day, and I really excited. It coincided with me coughing and not being able to talk. Shoot, good times. Anyway, I would continue, but I think it's just going to be continued coughing. I think I'm going to go get something for that, whether it's an inhaler or something like that. But enough's enough. So, whoo, yeah. All right, I think it's gone. It's coming back soon. So, oh man, Wendy, thank you for putting the links in. I didn't see your T-shirt one today. I was wearing Wendy's T-shirt yesterday. So, yeah, if you haven't jumped onto her Etsy store and grabbed a T-shirt, start spreading love and kindness. Yeah, don't forget that share Bob shit. SBS. Make it a great day, Richard says. So yeah, get the link shared out. Guys, share this, would you? Had about 17 shares one day. It was awesome. So let's see if we can get 10 today. All right. Pop a fist pump in the chat right now if you're going to share this. If you're going to take the 2.8 seconds it takes to share this when you're done, please pop a fist pump in the chat. If you got something out of this today, if you're going to delegate something today, if you're going to get rid of a task, a couple of tasks by the end of the month, this is how winning is done, guys. All right. Help a brother out. Bubba puts a foot in. Yep. Never to be told what to do. Couldn't get through this one without giving you a few flying geese. Matthew Padron, thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. Share it out. And you guys want the replay, share it as well. I get notifications later in the day. Hey, Pete Christensen shared it. Always appreciate that. Jess, thank you. Roy, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Dave Howard, always a pleasure. Somebody's got to find Touring Man, figure out where he is. I don't know what's going on with him. So we got to keep track of our regulars. Anyway, guys, off to my appointment. This ought to be fun. I'll report back in tomorrow on day 314. So thank you for being here for the ride. I appreciate you all. Have a great day. Okay, take care.